Hey everyone, and welcome back to To-Do today. I'm Pen, and I will be your host on this adventure. So, in the last episode, we found out that I got the fucking job. Hell yeah, I did it. So, let's do this. Phoenix told me to meet up with him out in front of the building, but I don't see him anywhere. He didn't leave without me, right? Some people from the art team wanted to talk to me, but I don't think it took all that long. Oh, there he is. Sorry to keep you waiting, Pen. I couldn't help but look at some of the artwork in the hallways on my way out. Congrats on winning! It was a tough battle, but you deserved the position. Thanks. Are you sure that you're alright, though? I mean, what you told me the other day. I'm fine. I gave my situation some more thought, and you're right. Losing the competition isn't the end of the world. I might have wasted some time along the way, but what I learned won't go to waste. I'll somehow make this art thing work out. By the way, how's Joyce? I was pretty surprised when they suddenly called me yesterday. What? Wait, what? Why did they call you? Oh, you didn't know? Joy said something about trying to expand their social circle? I see. I wonder why they didn't say anything to me. Well, you'd better ask them yourself. Right. So how about it? Want to grab some lunch? Our train doesn't leave for another hour. Sure, sounds good to me. Let's go. I think some proper food is exactly what we need after this excitement today. Great. I saw a nice looking restaurant on the way between here and the train station. See, I probably would not want to eat real food. I'd probably just be mildly packaged because my anxiety would be through the roof and anything I ate would literally make me physically unwell from just the most upset stomach you could imagine. We somehow managed to get a good table without a reservation. At first, I wanted to look for a different restaurant because it looked pretty expensive, but Phoenix convinced me to go inside anyway. Kind of felt like a celebration. It was a bit awkward given that Phoenix didn't win, but I suppose there weren't any hard feelings between us. The food was really good. I almost fainted when I saw the prize, but Phoenix told me he'd pay. To celebrate the occasion, as he put it. I declined. I just won 1,000 euros and got a new job, so there's no way I'd let Phoenix pay. Instead, I decided to pay for him as well. We had a great time. And we talked a lot more than we usually did. I think at some point, I've really started to like Phoenix. Eventually, we lost track of time. Thankfully, Phoenix noticed how late it had gotten before it was too late. We hurriedly paid the bill and ran to the station, and barely managed to catch our train. I'll definitely remember this day. And even if this will be the last week where we're both at the bookstore, I don't think Phoenix and I will stop spending time together. I hope not. He literally committed a crime for you. Welcome back, Ben. I anxiously watched every second of the live stream. Congratulations on winning. I'm so happy for you. Thanks, I still can't believe I actually won. You must feel great though. The financial burden is lifted off your shoulders and you'll start your dream job next month. Yeah, I'm a little sad that I'm leaving Miss Cardova and Snow, but I'm sure they'll manage. And it's not like this is a goodbye for good. Yeah. Have you celebrated? We should celebrate. I went to a nice restaurant with Phoenix, but other than that, no, not exactly. Well, how about we order some pizza later tonight and just relax without any worries for once? That sounds good. That sounds really good, actually. Great, you don't even have to worry about money this time. Yeah, that feels amazing. Joyce and I spent a lazy evening at home. Eventually, we ordered pizza and talked about all kinds of things. I was happy to have them there. A month ago, I was lonely and depressed, and suddenly I felt like my life had made a complete 180. I don't even remember the last time I went to bed feeling this happy. For the first time in ages, I was genuinely looking forward to the future. There will be tough times ahead, again for sure. The thing that has changed though is that I'm also sure that I'll be able to overcome them. Saturday morning. Good morning, Pen. Have you slept well? Yeah. Yesterday was pretty exhausting, so I slept like a stone. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Not really. After all the commotion this week, I'll probably stay home. Sure, that sounds good. Still not quite used to being here all the time, so I think I'd like that too. Sorry. Oh, don't be. I'm grateful that you brought me back. Alright, well, I guess I'll go eat breakfast then. I took my time eating breakfast. This week had felt like the climax of an already intense month. As usual, I browsed the internet while eating and ended up reading an article about the next Titan on Watch Online update. I couldn't believe that I'd be working on the game starting next month. Maybe the update after this one will even have some of my work in it. Eventually, I was done and went back to what I wanted to be an uneventful Saturday as I could make it. What you wanted? That's implying that something's about to shift, I think. Oh boy. Isn't this great? You can finally relax now. You had to pay rent and there's still almost a week of the month left. Yeah, that feels pretty great. Oh, is it Miss Cardova? No, it's Phoenix. Hello? Hey, Pan, it's Phoenix. Oh, hey, Phoenix, do you need something? Yeah, I was wondering if you maybe have time to talk? I really appreciate our conversation on Tuesday, and there's something I wanted to tell you before this month is over. Ooh. Oh, sure, I haven't planned anything for this weekend so far. Great, would you mind coming over? We could also meet somewhere else if you'd prefer that. No, your place is fine. Alright, I'm here pretty much all day, so no need to rush. Sure, I think I'll be there in an hour or so. Great, thanks. See you later then. Yeah, see you. Well, it's not quite the weekend at home anymore, but I hope you'll have a good time with Phoenix. Yeah, thanks. I think I'll better get ready. Oh boy. Okay. Pan, I'm glad you could make it. Sure, you sounded like it's kinda important. Yeah, where do I even start? Now that the competition is over, I started thinking and I realized something. We've barely known each other for a month, but I really enjoyed working with you at the bookstore. And, well, being in the competition finale with you turned out to be a lot of fun too. I wish you all the best at Naughty Cat, but I think I'll miss working together with you. Yeah, me too. The thing is, I like you, Pen. I thought you were interesting from the start, but I didn't expect that we'd have so much in common. And well, this month has been pretty exciting, hasn't it? I mean, we're literally partners in crime now. Is Joyce alright? Yeah. Really appreciate that you lent me an ear earlier this week. It's unusual for me to give in to my insecurity so much. I'm really grateful you were there. I think being at Naughty Cat with you really confirmed my feelings for you. Anyway, sorry for springing all this on you all of a sudden. It's just that we only have one more week together at the bookstore. And I didn't want to miss the chance to tell you. I really like you, Pen. Romantically. And I don't expect you to feel the same, but I'd love to spend more time with you and get to know you better. Is this really happening? No, thanks for telling me. To be honest, I think I'd like that too. Aww. I also enjoyed the time we spent together, and Honestly, most of the time, it felt like you already achieved everything I aspired to achieve one day. It was pretty intimidating at times. But I like you, Phoenix, and I'd like to get to know you better too. Oh, he's blushing! And his hands are red. Really? I'm so glad to hear that, Pen. We're both blushing now. Oh, no, it's just me again. To be honest, I wasn't sure how quickly I'd be able to date again, but I really want to try with you. Thanks. I know this must be difficult for you after all that's happened. It's fine, otherwise I wouldn't have told you. Alright. I'm curious though, you never told me anything about your romantic history. That? I have 7 exes. I'm a virgin and rather not talk about it. I've never been with... Isn't that the same as... I'm gonna go with the I have 7 evil exes. I am Ramona Flowers, obviously. I have 7 exes. 7? Well, if it comes down to it, I'm ready to fight them. Okay, Scott Pilgrim. I don't think that will be necessary. Are you sure? Because that would make for a great movie. But I wouldn't feel bad about it either. Do you have any plans for tomorrow? Maybe we can go out somewhere again. Sure, that sounds good. But maybe not that cafe this time. As much as I like it, 3 times in a month, it may be a bit much. About the museum. It's maybe not all that romantic, but there's an exhibition I really want to see. Oh, you mean the one about Gustav... I don't know how to say that name. Yeah, I really like his art and the range of his styles. A lot of it looks very realistic, so I was surprised when I read that he was technically an impressionist. Oh, that sounds interesting. Sure, I'd be up for that. Great, then it's a date. Yay! When Phoenix showed up at the bookstore, I thought we would be colleagues at best. I didn't expect him to be an artist, let alone more skilled than me. And I didn't think I'd end up liking him so much. I can't say how well it'll work out, but I'd like to be with him for as long as I can. For now, we'll just have to wait and see. I'll be working at Naughty Cat in just over a week. Our schedules will be pretty different then. Still, I'm hopeful. I'm sure we'll make it work somehow. For now, we should just make the most of the rest of the month. Then we can worry about what comes after. Somehow the future doesn't seem so scary anymore. It's not like my life is suddenly perfect or anything, but I'm not alone anymore. And it feels reassuring to have others in my life. March 30th. Is this the last day at work? Right, here we go. My last work day of the month. And actually, my last day at the bookstore in general. I'll kind of miss coming here. Anyway, let's go inside. And good morning. Good morning, Miss Carter. I'm a bit sad that today is your last day at work here, but I wish you the best with your new job. Thanks, it's kind of a dream come true to be honest. But I'll try to visit from time to time. All things considered, I had a great time here at the bookstore. I'm happy to hear that, Pen. I wanted to prepare a little farewell gift for you, but this happened so suddenly, there was unfortunately no time for anything fancy. Oh, it's alright, I didn't even expect anything, to be honest. Now, you know I wouldn't just let you walk out of here with nothing after all the work you've done. Here, take a look when you find the time, hope you like it. I guess I'll have to count on Phoenix now I'll reread that. I guess I'll have to count on Phoenix now that my most trusty part-timer is leaving. I'm sure it'll all work out. Yeah, I hope it will. Where is Phoenix, by the way? Phoenix is still sorting out the delivery from Tuesday. But it's just you two today, so no need. So I need you at the counter. Alright. Well then, I'll be in my office if you need anything. Now then, back to the usual grind, I guess. Hey, Pen. Oh, hi, Snow. Hiding from Miss Carter again? Sorta. Not really. I think she saw me already. But I thought I'd stop by for a bit while you're still working here. Want me to help out? Wait, you want to help out? Not really, but I guess it isn't so bad once in a while. Excuse me. Sorry, how can I help you? I'm looking for a book about writing, but I have no idea which ones are any good. Sure, let me take a look. Is there anything specific you want to know about? Oh, it's not for me. My daughter has picked up writing recently, so I want to help her out a bit. So something with general writing tips, maybe? Alright, let's see what we have here. How to write a novel, comprehensive guide, 10 tips for better dialogue, plot twists, or how to make your reader cry. Let's do writing a novel, comprehensive guide. Maybe a novel is a bit much to start with, but it looks like the book covers all the important aspects of writing. Alright, this looks very thorough. That one's no good. Huh? I read it. There's helpful advice in there, but it's buried in pages of long-winded explanations with little to no actual content. Is that so? Then what about the others? Well, I'm sure one of them's going to be fine, right? No, they're pretty much the same. To really get good understanding of what they want to teach you, you'd have to read all of them, and even then, they only scratch the surface. So instead of reading a total of like 800 pages, just get the basics. I think it would be better to get something else altogether. Like what, for example? I found a pretty good one recently, but it's only available as an ebook right now. Oh, that's perfect then. She could always take it with her on her tablet. Do you also sell ebooks? No, unfortunately not. Oh, too bad. Well, could you tell me the title of the book then? Sure, I'll write it down for you. Alright, thank you for your help. I'm sure my daughter is gonna like this. Thought you wanted to help out. I did. We just had a happy customer leave the store. But he didn't buy anything from us. So, I'm sure he'll come back when he needs another book. Giving good recommendations is also a part of your job. And here I thought you'd know that by now. No fair, this was your home turf. Anyway, nice going, Snow. I think this is the first time I saw you talk freely to a stranger. Well, it's easy to talk when it's about something I'm confident in. Like, do you have a book about art theory? Sure, last time I checked, we had a few. Want to take over, Snow? Now, who's being unfair? Relax, I was just joking. Miss Carter would probably get mad if I made you do my work. Let's see. Do you have any specific topics in mind, or do you want something that covers all the basics? I've been drawing for fun for a while, but watched a pretty interesting live stream and now I want to get more serious about it. I don't really know much about colors or paintings, but it's not like I'm completely new to art. Alright, then I think you'll like color contrast and how to use them. Impressions of reality. I think the color contrasts and how to use them. This one is purely about color and color contrasts. There's a lot of examples, even with some more well-known paintings, so you always have a visual aspect accompanying the theory. Mostly ended up using it as a reference book, though, so if you wanted something that feels more like an art course, it's maybe not ideal. No, that sounds fine. It's probably even better to have a book you can come back to even when you're more experienced. Thanks for the advice. Wait, the live stream I mentioned, weren't you in it? You were the winner of the Naughty Cat competition. Pen, right? Yeah, today's my last day working here. Congrats! I really like that design you made. Thanks. But I don't want to keep you from working. I think now I'm more confident than ever to get this book. Sure, that'll be 19.99 then. Thank you for your patronage. Come again. So you're getting recognized now? Don't forget me when you're famous. This is actually the first time this has happened, and honestly, I'm not sure what to feel. Well, you did look surprisingly cool in that live stream. You watched it? Sure, why wouldn't I when you're in it? By the way, did you actually read all these books, or were you just picking the best of what's here again? I was pretty sure you had neither the money nor the time to read so much. Oh, maybe the time. Just so you know, I was already serious about art long before we met. Just so happened that these were among the books I read back then. Ben, are you ready to take your break? Miss Carter said she wanted us to come together before our shift is over. Oh, sure. And good to see you, Phoenix. Yeah, sorry, I was busy this week. Oh, don't worry, it's not like I had any more time, honestly. I think I'll join you later, maybe. I thought Miss Carter already knows that you are here. Probably. But maybe she doesn't. You should really sort this out. I know. I'll start high school next term, so I'm planning to start over completely. Well, good luck. Though I'll only believe it when I see it. Fine, I deserve that. Anyway, see you later. Sure. And Pen, good luck with your new job. What's that? Are those tears I'm spotting? No, definitely not. I'll come visit, so don't worry. I can't leave my favorite writer hanging, can I? Good. If you don't have me to spur you on, who knows how long you'll even last at that job. Sorry to butt in, but I think we should get going now. Right. See you later, Snow. Pen, Phoenix? It's not even been a month since your little welcome party, but now there's already a farewell again. Though this time, it's for Pen. You've really helped me out a lot over the last few years, so I'm gonna reread that. That was a train wreck. You've really helped me out a lot over these last few years. So as I said this morning, I wish you the best going forward. Do you like your present? Present? I completely forgot to open it. Well, no better time than now. This is a bookmark. Yeah, it has. I had everyone write a little message on it for you. And it's made from your first receipt as a part-timer here. To remind you that mistakes usually aren't the end of the world. Thanks, I'd almost forgotten about accidentally adding an additional 0 to the total back then. But seriously, thanks for making this. I really appreciate it. Of course, I'm glad you liked it. Well, there wasn't any cake this time, but it was nice of Miss Carter to still go out of her way to say goodbye. On our way out, Phoenix and I talked a little more. About our jobs, about our time at the bookstore, about our future. It was strange to know that this was the last time we'd go home from work together. Even if it had always been only a few minutes before we had to go different directions anyway. But I'm still excited about what the future will hold. Although tomorrow first holds a phone call I've been postponing all month. Okay, March 31st. Today's the day. The day the rent is due. I did all I can, and somehow it worked out, so I'll be fine. I set up the bank transfer yesterday, so hopefully it should make it in time. I know, is that... Or shall I answer this call, Pen? As much as I'd like that, I'd probably have to take it myself. Roger that. Hello? This is Pen? Has it really gotten to the point that I'm getting these creepy phone calls where you only hear slow breathing? Can you hear me? This is Pen? It really is my landlord. Somehow, this doesn't make any less creepy. Yes, this is Pen. I see. I'm calling to ask if you're able to pay rent this month. As you know, we agreed to communicate more closely since the fiasco in January. Yes, I'm sorry about that. So will you pay rent this month? Yes, I transferred the money yesterday, so it should be there after the weekend. Good. Besides a little mishap, every now and then, you are one of my more agreeable tenants. I would be ashamed to evict you. Yes. I'll make sure to keep paying rent on time from now on. Good. I will call it again at the end of April. Okay. There are a few people who make me as uncomfortable as my landlord does. At least everything went smoothly this time. I just hope next month will be a little more relaxed. I'm sure it will be. You'll be working at Naughty Cat, so you're sure to make enough money to pay rent. True. Besides, I'll do what I can to contribute a little. Financially, I mean. Oh, that's the first I hear of this. Oh, that's not all. I'm currently cooking up some other projects that might become profitable sometime. Is that even legal? Yes, as soon as I finish the paperwork to be recognized as a fully fledged citizen of this country. I see, you've been busy. Well, bureaucracy is child's play when you're literally built to process data. Can you do my taxes? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but I can help if you want. Well, in any case, why don't we forget about all this serious business for now and do something fun? Yes, this actually sounds great. So what do you want to do? It's this new series I've been waiting for since last summer. It's finally started today. Oh, is it the new season of Star Slayer Kira Kira? Sort of. It's a prequel about her sister, Starkiller, and how she ended up as the antagonist of the second season. It's all leading up to a big series finale next year where they work together to stand up to the Seer Collective. Well, you sure sound excited. Want to start it then? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna end this video here. I think we might have enough gameplay left for one more. I'm not sure. The next episode might be very short. I have no idea. If it ends up being really, really short, I'll cut this and like stick them together and you won't even hear me saying goodbye. Alright, so for now, don't forget to subscribe and join the other embarrassments, which is what I call my community. Also, I'm hoping that you're having a great evening or night or whatever. It's like 3 a.m. here and I'm recording because that's just my favorite time to record because it's nice and quiet, less traffic and less animals going crazy and kids running down the street screaming, you know. But anyway, I will see you in the next video. Bye!